morning, mon amoy. Today's Friday, March 8th. It's a date there on the schedule. And guess what? This Sunday, March 10th, it's my birthday.
Oh, it's my birthday.
This is my time?
No.
Please rise to the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, junior class, your after prom party permission slips are now overdue. They are only accepting them today on Friday, March 8th. Don't miss your opportunity to attend the event to end all events.
Class of 2022, all 9th graders, the flower bulb sale is extended to April 1st. If you have not picked up your packet from Ms. Corrigan's room in room A221, you must go and get one. Teachers, if you're interested in any bulbs, please see a 9th grade student or Ms. Corrigan to place an order. All orders must be turned into Ms. Corrigan by Wednesday, March 27th.
Interested in playing spring sport? Family ID registration is now open for spring sports. Make sure you have an updated physical on file with the school and an up-to-date impact test on file with our athletic trainer, Taylor Murray. If you're unsure, please see Ms. Murray, and there will be testing for the impact test held every day after school in the library starting Monday, March 4th to Friday, March 8th. A sign-up sheet will be on Ms. Murray's door.
Come join us for Hoops for Heart event. This is a 3 versus 3 basketball tournament on Thursday, March 14th at 3:30 in the gym. The cost to play is $5 a person. If you're interested, please see Ms. Yarnell to sign up.
The second attendance challenge has already begun. Anyone is eligible if they attend school every day, all day. The challenge will end March 29th, and all those with a perfect attendance, no tardies, dismissals, absences, or excused absence. So, yeah, no excuses. Hope to see you all next celebration. Let's break the record for the best attendance month ever.
Do you love elephants? On Friday, March 8th, the Student Council will be visiting classrooms to collect donations for the Elephant Sanctuary in Tennessee. This sanctuary provides a safe natural world for abused circus and zoo elephants, as well as provides several educational programs for schools around the country. Elephants are some of the most intelligent and compassionate animals on our planet. Please help on Friday the 8th. Thank you.
And for lunch, we have chicken and cheese quesadillas. And now to Maggie with the weather.
Thanks, Joey. For weather today, there will be some snow mixed with rain coming up from Philadelphia that will gradually move north towards Cape in the afternoon. Now for the extended forecast. Today we should have mostly cloudy skies with a high of 35 and a low of 28. Saturday we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 38 and a low of 29. Sunday we should expect some rain and wind with a high of 43 and a low of 38. That's all for weather.
Hello, Monomoy. I'm Charlotte, and I have some great news. Our world-famous Jossum Hour is coming back by popular demand. I'm here today with our principal, Mr. Burkhead, to discuss the specifics of our new Jossum Hour. Mr. Burkhead, can you tell me a little bit about our new Jossum Hour?
Sure. First, I'd like to thank all of the students and the teachers for their patience. Jossum is the heart and soul of our school, I believe, and bringing it back is really exciting for me as principal, but I know a lot of people have also shared that excitement and anticipation. So we're kicking this thing off next week, and the good news is it's extremely similar to the original Jossum, which allows for a lot of flexibility in students to choose and have choice in some wonderful enrichment opportunities. It allows our teachers to offer some really cool things that they're passionate about. But it also allows for kind of a stress-free break in the day where things slow down a little bit and we're able to connect with friends socially, connect with teachers that we need to, and also for those students that are struggling, they will still be assigned an academic overtime in which they go and catch up. So the ultimate goal is that everyone's grades improve through Jossum. We know this happens because our data from the first time we ran it exists. So I think in those ways, Jossum is going to be very similar than the original.
You mentioned some similarities to the original Jossum. What will be different?
I think the big difference is going to be the accountability. The major theme, Be Somewhere, is going to be exactly the same, that you need to be somewhere. But in this new Jossum, we'll actually having scheduling software where students will actually schedule week by week with options where they'll be, and we'll also be taking attendance. So I think that's going to be a little different. It allows us to know where everyone is, primarily from a safety perspective. In the original Jossum, kids were able to come and go when they pleased, and we didn't really know where everybody was, and it did cause some concerns there. In this Jossum, once you go to a choice, you're to stay in that choice. There'll be no opportunities to move around the building after you go to your scheduled jostle.
Where can we eat lunch?
Very similar to the original Joslin, there'll be a lot of choices for kids to eat lunch. A favorite for a lot of kids was the Teachers Shark Cafe. That'll still be a very popular option for students. You can eat with teachers, pending teacher approval. That's one option. The cafeteria is an obvious option. Also outside the cafeteria where the tables are outside the gym. And with the weather breaking hopefully soon, that will be, those tables outside the community entrance outside the caf will be available for all students. And the seniors, senior only for senior privilege, outside the library tables and the picnic tables across from the library in the courtyard will be available. The stark difference in the lunch for this new Joslin is that the team rooms will be off limits for lunch.
Right.
And stairwells and other places that are not specifically noted in the expectation document that went out to all students.
So how will the team rooms be used?
So a little bit different here. The team rooms will be used for supervised teacher activities only. They will no longer be a place where kids can go and hang out. We need the space, and we need the space utilized by clubs and activities. So those are off limits to anybody except with teacher supervised activities.
Can students start their own clubs to host during Joslin?
Yeah, that's a great question, and that's something we really encourage. What we saw in the first round of Joslin, our groups of students were excited about starting their own opportunities. And I can think of one example is the American Sign Language. A group of students came to me, wanted to start that for their fellow students. If you get a teacher to supervise or oversee it, there's a form you fill out in the main office, you meet with me, I approve it, and then we find you a space, and it's off and running. So if you're interested in doing something that we don't offer, or starting your own club, this is a great opportunity to do that, and that's the process.
What happens if you don't go to an academic overtime or aren't in the Joslin activity you scheduled?
Okay, so with the new scheduling software, it's going to be similar to any other class. You're expected to go, and I think the exciting part of the new Joslin is we've actually built in passing time between Joslins. Before we didn't have that. There was a warning bell, so it's going to be very similar. Where you'll have 4 minutes to get to your Joslin, you'll have 4 minutes to get to lunch and back. So there's some built-in time which will help students get from A to B. As far as responsibility of being in class, it's no different than any other class now. Whether it's enrichment, academic overtime, teachers will take attendance, and if you miss the class, it will count as a cut, and the same consequences as a class cut, detention or Saturday school, etc. So this must remind everybody that this is a privilege, and we want this to continue. So be somewhere, go where you're scheduled. We will be taking attendance, and detention for Joslin will now be held during Joslin time and not after school. So if you get a detention, you'll be losing your privileges during Joslin. So we hope that's incentive for everyone to go to where they're supposed to be.
How will the library be accessed?
The library will be accessed similar to any other enrichment. It will be an option for you to schedule in. You can go as many days as you like. It'll be open A and B, Joslin A and B. And we're going to open up the maximum number of students to allow for the library to be full to capacity. In return, we expect that students use the library appropriately. And what I mean by that is that it's a place for quiet study. And if we can ensure that everyone's acting appropriately and it's a quiet study, we can fit the maximum number of students. As some people may recall, we had to reduce the number of students because behaviors weren't meeting our expectations. And this new Joslin version, instead of penalizing the majority, if a student, individual student or group of students is not behaving quietly and appropriately, they will lose the privilege of the library, so that it will allow more space for more people. So there'll be plenty of opportunity to use the library. We ask that you just use it responsibly.
How will you encourage students to fill out their schedules?
So we will actually start out by having the first day with your enrichment teacher, teaching you how to fill out the schedule, and then having you do that on your own. We will also have some support places you can go if you don't understand it. But after, I think, myself being trained in it, it's pretty user-friendly, and I think the students will pick it up pretty quickly. It's easy to use, and students will be responsible for filling out their full schedule. Again, each day we'll be printing out a report, so if a student doesn't completely fill out their full schedule and think they can take 2 lunches or do that, you know, again, they'll lose privileges if they do that. So it's obviously strongly encouraged that you fill out your full schedule.
What about Take 5? Does that still exist?
Take 5 will not exist under the new JOSM. Take 5 was actually added before we had JOSM. In the original JOSM, it wasn't in place as well. So there will be no Take 5 during JOSM, as the full hour is technically in a Take 5 in itself.
So when does JOSM begin?
Well, the good news is that we're starting this right away. We're going to start Monday, March 11th, and you'll be reporting to your enrichment classes, and they'll be scheduled by A and B, so that'll be emailed out to all students. It'll also be posted on Aspen and around the school the rest of the week, so I'd highly recommend that you all find out which teacher you'll be meeting with. You should all know your enrichment teachers, but find out which block, A or B. You'll go that first day, you'll be trained on the software, fill out your schedule for the week, and then Tuesday, actually start enjoying the opportunities.
Thank you, Mr. Burkhead, for joining us. Remember that JOSM will start on the 11th, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.